is Moira. I am a senior in Girl Scouts and I am currently working on my Gold Award project. My project is informing the community on feral cats. So today we're going to do a tutorial video on how to make feral cat shelters. In the winter months, the exposure to the elements make the feral cats susceptible to illnesses, and these shelters that you can put outside keep the feral cats happy and healthy. You'll need a 18 to 20 gallon plastic tote, a smaller styrofoam cooler with a lid, a box cutter, Sharpie, duct tape, straw, and a 5.5 inch diameter circle template. Is to take your plastic tote and turn off the lid, set that aside, and flip over the tote. When the whole thing is done and you place it wherever you want, the lid part is going to be on the bottom, so that's why we're flipping this over. And the first step is to make a hole right here, about 4 or 5 inches from the bottom. You want it up this high because you don't want any water or snow getting in, and because this is supposed to be a dry, warm place, and in the winter it'll freeze. So you want to take a 5.5 inch circle template and put it right about there, and then you're going to trace over it, or trace around it, with a Sharpie. Alright, so there's your circle. It doesn't have to be that neat because it's not an exact science, and you're just going to cut it out anyways. So the next step is to take a box cutter and cut out the circle in the side. So since this is a Girl Scout video, I have to tell you that if you're under 18, don't use the box cutter. Get someone who is 18 or older to do it for you, because it can be very dangerous because the box cutter is sharp and cutting plastic is difficult, and we don't want anybody to get hurt. So I'm going to grab a responsible adult to do it for me. So now you've cut out your hole, so you don't need that anymore. So now what you're going to do is, because the when cutting plastic, you sometimes get edges and they can be sharp, and that's not a good thing. You're going to take some duct tape and you're going to go around and you're going to take little sections of it. So I'm going to go sort of in the center of the duct tape, and then you're going to take some scissors and little 1 inch-ish sections, and cut those. All the way to the edge. And then, so what that's going to do is that's going to make it easier to fold, and it's really neat. It's great. So you're going to fold those and stick those up, and boom. You can see I went all the way around, and it only took me 3 strips of tape, which is good. So, and you overlay them a little bit, and then what you gotta do is flip it over, and then you still have the other side to do. So gonna do is I'm gonna do the exact same thing. You can see I did the inside, and so it looks like the outside and it's all covered, which is what we want. And so the next step is you're going to take your styrofoam cooler and you're going to put it in the tote. Real snug. And then put the lid over. And you're going to flip it. And then you're going to take your Sharpie and trace around using the circle that you cut into the tote. So that way you'll make sure that the tote and the styrofoam line up. I'm gonna do that. Alright, and there we go. Alright, and then you're going to take the tote out, or the styrofoam cooler out. Then you're going to do the same thing that you did with the tote, the styrofoam cooler. I did the same thing to the styrofoam that I did to the tote. So now we're going to do the same thing again with the tape, because styrofoam will be really fragile, especially this cut edge. So after you have taped around the hole, you are going to want to tape the lid to the box, and you're going to want to go all the way around with duct tape, and that's going to help prevent water from getting in. And then you're going to take the cooler and put it back in all the way down so that the holes line up. And then the next step is insulation, and you're going to take some straw and you're going to put it in the sides and on the top. And what that's going to do is that's going to keep any warmth in, and you want to use straw because if you used hay, the hay would absorb the water, but straw does not absorb water. It will stay dry. The styrofoam cooler is completely covered by the straw. So what you do is you put the lid on, and you flip it over, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take some more straw. You're going to put it down on the bottom, and then you're going to put some straw inside the cooler, just a little bit to line the bottom. Alright. And the final step is to take your duct tape and do the same thing to the tote lid that you did to the styrofoam lid, and duct tape all the way around. So for that, let me back over again and lay it on its side. This is what the final product is supposed to look like. once you've assembled it completely, you're going to want to put it in a place where you know that feral cats hang out, and you want to put it on level ground so water and snow doesn't get in it. And to tempt them, you might want to put in a little food in this cooler part, so they realize that this is a place where they can stay warm. And if everything works out, you will have a little kitty resident. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and for more information or feral cat resources, check out the website. And thank you, and have a good day.